Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Cigar Lounge Cigar Talk Show. I am Aaron Paoletta. This is Johnny, I'm late again. Hunter and Muffins behind the cameras. We liked the last episode so well of doing 3 different sticks. We're gonna do it again this time, only it's 2 different sticks because Muffins is smoking the same one that I'm pulling out tonight. And because you were late, I'll go first. I have the Montecristo Espada, and I have had this numerous times before. I own 2 boxes of it. Muffins can weigh in on his when the time comes, but just a fantastic cigar. What do you have that you're already digging in?
I have the EP Carrillo La Historia. Am I saying that
La
right?
Historia.
And this is a big start for this company.
Which we'll get into a little bit later,
Yep.
but right now we should definitely crack into these. You know, I love the fact that they put the bands on the end of those. But what a bitch to get those off sometimes.
It is sometimes, and you know, it's another little touch of
Keep talking.
elegance that they put on it. I mean, their bands are, I mean, even the small detail on their small pictures is.
Oh no, it is,
Yeah.
and I mean I'm a huge fan of the those bands. I think it adds a touch of class, to be real with you.
It does. I mean, they're very, very detailed for just a band that you're gonna tear off.
Yeah, and it's also why they can charge what they can charge you for.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of it myself, though. The first batch of LaVegas that I had the bands on the bottom. You know, I'll tell you the only thing I don't like about this, but I like it. It has.
Don't like.
I like it, but I don't like it. It has 3 bands on this. Okay.
Okay.
It has the foot band, which has the name Montecristo Espada on it, and I mean it's it's that cool color, that dark burgundy and gold. It has this center band, and it looks like a movie ticket because it's got that perforated where you can rip it. But getting this thing off of here is a bitch. It's hard to keep it. See, because there you go. Look, see,
Rip.
it like a movie ticket. So
wow.
so there's one piece of the movie ticket, and then there's a second piece. And
Did
since
you burn that one?
no. I'm about to, though. Jesus.
Oh.
Fuck.
We should put that in slow mo.
Woo! Fuck! Like a champ. Anyway, that's what I hate about it. They're cool looking. I just can't get them off. And I keep the bands.
You know, I have yet to have a Montecristo.
This is only my second one. Both of which I bought at the same time at the same place.
What do you think of them?
So the first one I had was the Epic,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That was a lot mellower than the Espada, but very, very, very good. Again, I like the mellower cigars compared to you. This Espada is special, I think. From the moment I lit it up, it was just oak in my face. Even still, I light up before the boys do, just because I'm doing producer stuff back here.
Did you catch that? Wood in his face.
Wood, yeah.
I'm sure
Always.
he likes that. Huh?
Always. I'm entering the second third right now, and the first third was very, very consistently very oaky all the way through. But that's, in my opinion, a very pleasant flavor.
When I look at them and their bands and that, I think very vintage.
Who?
The Monte Cristos.
Depends on which one you're looking at.
anyone I've seen, they look
Well,
vintage.
they're simplistic.
Yeah.
And actually, I didn't have it here. That Padron 5000 series that I had, where it was just, it has the rectangles and it goes into the circle. Just simplistic.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of the Monties have on them. Well, actually, it's like that right there, just minus his bottom piece that says Espada on it.
So I'm definitely going to have to give one a try. As we all know, that the cigar expert over here smokes several times a day. I get one
not me.
2 or 3 times a week if I'm lucky.
Not me. I ain't no expert. This one, this one's pretty unique because it's not only Montecristo that's involved in this. Plasencia is involved in this.
Oh, yeah?
And I don't know if you've ever had any Plasencia cigars.
Not offhand.
They're the reason we have 5 senses.
Yeah?
Light one up and tell me it don't sing. No, I'm telling you, those cigars are fantastic. They're in that upper echelon of cigar makers. This one here, though, Espada means sword. And
what language?
the one you can't ever pronounce anything correctly in. Spanish.
Was that a real question? Were you serious just now?
Yeah. What language? You said it's in another language.
Espada.
Espada. And you said it means sword. So that's from
Say it
Nicaragua?
out loud and tell me what language it sounds like.
I don't know, Mexican?
Well, it's not Mexican, but it is Spanish.
Okay.
We're about to get canceled.
We love all ethnicities.
Yeah, no harm, nothing against.
Even though this guy can't pronounce anything correctly, we
No.
love all ethnicities. We're not like Richard Hammond. And Mexicans will understand what that means. Anyway, it means sword. It has a Habano wrapper from the 2010 season, and it's grown in Jalapa, which I have not really been a fan of Jalapan tobaccos of late, but this one I am a fan of. And actually, there's a couple more, but like an idiot, again, I forgot my book, so I can't actually go into that. Underneath that, it has a fantastic blend of Nicaraguan tobaccos. And when I say fantastic, tell me, yay or nay, fantastic blend of Nicaraguans.
So far, so good.
I love it. It's also got Longfellows from Jalapa, Ometep, and Condega. It's saying that this is medium, a 3 out of 5 on the boldness scale, the strength scale. But when you first light it, and I don't know if you got the same thing, but when you first light this thing, aside from the oak, and I will agree with the oak, it's black pepper just thrown in your face. And every one of these things that I've lit up so far has been that way.
I don't think mine's as aged as yours, so I didn't.
Oh,
get-
that's right.
I
You
didn't get the black.
you got
pepper.
that from the club. Yeah, I've had mine for quite a while, but that black pepper dude just smacks you in the face, which is not a bad thing. I don't like black pepper like my grandmother used to, where you know how you having eggs in the morning or something, sprinkle black pepper, sprinkle salt. Yeah, my grandmother would take the cap off it. So I don't like black pepper like that, but it is a nice touch to this. But the oak, actually, the older these get, it becomes a charred oak. And one of these days, I'll give you one that I have in my humidors. A charred oak, black pepper, some light leather. But, I mean, all in all, dude, this thing, I love this thing. What do you got?
This is a very dark cigar, very heavy oak, chocolate.
Chocolate.
It's very bold right off rip. I've yet to smoke this, and I'm
Oh, that.
ecstatic that I can sit
Oh,
here.
yeah, that's your
and-
first.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic that I can sit here and really get a good taste for it. But I am kind of speechless. It's very good. It's very dark.
Clearly, I have had that multiple times. I've got 2 boxes of them. I have the size that you're smoking now, which I believe is the 5.5. I have the size that went number 1, from when it went went number 2. My bad. And it's from when it went number 2.
Okay.
And slight difference in flavor. You get more of it in the other size because it's like an inch and a half longer than that one.
Yeah.
But it's fantastic. Do you have any information on that for them, or do you want me to say it?
Well, since you know it from heart, yeah, go ahead. I know that this, obviously, it went number 2. Do you remember what year?
2015, I think. 2014 or 2015.
Okay. Well, I'll go over what a little bit that I do know. I do know that this cigar is the first series of EP Carrillo. Before Ernesto, yeah, when he took over after his father in their smaller shop.
Yeah, that was the first cigar he did on his own, I believe. And what a fantastic cigar to come right out of the gate with.
Yeah.
You know, he's actually had back-to-backs, actually 3. It started off with that one.
Yeah.
In, like I said, 2015, I think it was. And then 2018, he did the Encore, which went number 1.
The Encore is a great cigar.
And you've had that too. It's an Encore. Fantastic cigar. And then in 2020, they had the Pledge, which scored the highest of any cigar since Cigar Aficionado has been doing it. What'd I tell you about that phone? $50 to the shop.
Put it on my tab.
Your tab is ever growing.
We're gonna get a jar. Legitimately.
We should get a jar?
We're gonna get a jar. $5. That they did it at one of the lodges. Was it our lodge?
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
Somebody's phone went off and they were like, $5 to the jar. I like that idea, and I'm serious. This is not a joke. I want to get a jar. Every time anybody's phone goes off, $5 in the jar.
Agreed. 98 is what the Pledge got, which is higher than anything that Cigar Aficionado has actually released. And we talked about it. Actually, we led off the season with the Pledge.
Yes, we did.
I don't think it's a 98. I wouldn't have given it a 98, but man, was
I give it a strong
tasty.
96. It's definitely not
96.
one of them cigars that are like, I mean, Opuses have been in that lineup, Padrones, Rocky Patels.
You know, that's the thing, though. None of those Opuses have ever made it in that.
And
maybe like in 04 or 05 or something like that. I think. Well, the Eye of the Shark went number 1, which is an odd cigar.
Yeah.
And I've got a few of those. I might bring that for one of our separate days, but it's an odd one. We'll get to that one later. But back to yours. What's in that? Do you remember?
This has got all kinds of stuff in here. I can read it off. It has Nicaragua tobacco or filler, Ecuador binder, and a Mexican wrapper.
He actually said that right, and that pisses me off.
I practiced today.
But he didn't get it right.
Nicaraguan.
Nicaraguan.
It's not America tobacco in the American. It's American tobacco
Holy
in the American.
Okay, Dr.
Listen,
Muffins.
if you're gonna practice these words and get them right after it's become a meme on the show, we're gonna find other reasons to
I'm
bitch at
still
you.
gonna fuck it up because I literally had to sit and think about how I
He
said
sat up at the club this morning and went, Nicaragua. And I'm like, oh, hey, you got it right. And he's like, yeah, I've been practicing.
Yeah, so if you're gonna practice and you're gonna start getting these words right, we're gonna find other reasons to make fun of you. That's what it boils down to.
It is what it is. And I will still say it wrong when I'm not thinking about it and I'm just saying it.
That's what he was doing for the half hour he was late. He was sitting at home practicing these words. Yes, it does have a fantastic the wrapper on this, which what I would say was fantastic. The Ecuadorian Sumatra, or that's the binder. Yep. The Mexican San Andres wrapper.
It's dark.
Yeah, it is one of the darkest ones I've seen.
Yeah.
And what the hell did I smoke on the last episode? Do you remember what the hell that was? What was that? What the fuck did I smoke?
You smoked he smoked the Don Carlos.
Yeah.
You smoked the Disciple.
Disciple. That also
Yep.
had a San Andreas wrapper.
It didn't look as dark as this.
It was dark, but not like that.
This looks like it was rolled in dye. It's so dark.
It's oily too.
Yeah.
It's got a nice sheen on it.
Yes, it does.
I'm a huge fan of that. I actually like that one better than the Pledge.
Yeah.
There's just something about the flavor.
I think I like the Encore. So far.
Encore is good, but I think the Encore is a little lighter.
See, I'm feeling like this is a good stick. Don't get me wrong, I do like it, but I think it's a little too bold for my.
Second down, got it. Holy fuck! I'm dying to work.
First time this season, we should start keeping tallies.
Anyway, what I like about those, the flavors inside of that, they almost feel like they jump out at you. Like you can literally chew them.
It's very close.
I'm a huge fan of that. I got some black pepper right off the bat when I lit that, but then it was quick to disappear. But the chocolate in that thing was smooth. It was fantastic.
It's like a chocolate bar, and I taste a lot of the chocolate, like a good milk chocolate, not like a Hershey's.
Which is odd considering how dark all that tobacco is to get that milk in there.
Yeah, it's definitely very chocolatey. I can taste leather notes. But the chocolate, it's like almost smoking a chocolate bar.
It has. If I'm gonna rate on the same scale as cigars, I would say it has a medium full espresso note in the first third. Well, at least it was when I had it.
Yeah.
And I just smoked one 2 days ago, so I remember what I was tasting it. And you know how you go to a bar and there's there's a bowl of nuts, peanuts and cashews and whatever else, mixed nuts.
Yes. I can definitely pull the mixed nuts, but the chocolate for me is very overpowering. And everything else is just a slight. Of course, I'm still in my first third, so we'll see what I get into further into it.
A lot of the ones that I had, I think the first third and the second third were the ones that you could taste different notes. But I think the final third, I think it was, if I recall correctly, I think it was the same as the second, just more of it. I think.
So what are you tasting out of yours?
Chocolate, dirt, which is weird to have dirt, but like earth.
Okay.
But more on the dirty side of earth, and it's bold. This thing is rated at a medium.
Okay.
I think it's heftier than that. I'm not gonna say it's a full body, but if you put it on a scale of 1 to 5, they're saying it's a 3. I'm gonna say it's a 3.5, 3 3/4. It's a little bit more.
So I'm in my second third of mine, and
Yes, you are.
And you said dirt, and it like clicked for me.
Was that the flavor you couldn't figure it out what it was?
Not dirt, but like soil. Like soil.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
That you would buy and like put in a plant.
Like
Oh, you
soft
mean potting soil?
Like potting soil. Yeah,
Oh.
like wet potting soil.
That's interesting. I love it though. I absolutely love it.
There is one cigar we've had that is the not very good dirt. And you know which one it is.
Yeah.
Because that's all that cigar was. It was rolled up dried dirt.
I just got like that last hit that I just took. It tasted like I took a spoonful of black pepper, like all at once.
Oh, yours came in late then. The pepper that I got choked me. That's why I was coughing. I'm trying to remember when I caught it. There are some good coffee notes in this. I just don't remember which part it was in. I haven't hit them yet. Did you get coffee at all since you're in your second third?
Well, I'm drinking coffee, so I don't know if I can say that accurately.
Okay. When I tested this for the first time, second time, and third time, I had water. There were coffee notes. I just can't remember what section it was in.
So that's why I usually drink water.
I would never argue with you on
No,
that.
I'm just saying, like, every show, like, I always have water. I literally brought coffee today because of my headache. And I'm at the point now where I wish I didn't, because if you're tasting coffee notes out of this cigar, I would like to be able to accurately taste that. But my coffee that I'm drinking is only mildly sweet, so it's a pretty bold coffee flavor that I'm drinking.
Well, we'll smoke another one then, and you can see. This does have a creaminess. Not a huge creaminess to it. Oh, actually, I don't want to say cream, because cream's thick. Like a soy milk. Not the flavor of soy milk, but like the texture and the light, the lightness and flavor of soy milk. It's there. Not quite cream though, because cream is actually really thick.
It's like an almond milk in coffee.
Yeah.
It's there, but it's thin.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Thin.
1%.
Ooh, cigar giveaway.
It's cigar giveaway. Cigar, they ain't getting my cigars. Cigar dagger giveaway. And today we actually already pre-chose this one. You know what? I'll let you do this one because you actually have one.
Yes.
This is all you today.
This is the Twisted Metal Horns.
Horns, because it literally has horns.
Yes. I
I don't have one of these in particular. I know how much you talk about liking yours, but the Twisted Metal is it's cool as shit.
Yeah. I like the extra little touch of they put these little caps on the end so you don't stab yourself if you throw them in your pocket or something.
You know,
I lose them. Every time I lose them.
I was just going to say, every single time you lose it.
They sell replacements.
Not worth it. Listen, I have 2 cigar daggers, and when I got my second one, it was a Secret Santa gift. I told myself, I said, I'm not going to lose this one. 2 days later, I lost it. I'm not going to spend $5 on the replacements just to fucking lose them.
To be honest with you, I lost mine 3 times. I lost it, found it, lost it, found it.
No, mine's gone forever. That's for damn sure.
You know, in a way, I want one of these.
Dude,
but
same.
In a way, I want one of these, but I don't because it's not the style of dagger that I like. And ooh, shit, you bastard. Mine is a good inch or so smaller or shorter than this one, but mine has the girth. And when I'm holding on to this, and I told you before, I specifically like it because of this all-seeing eye pyramid they put on there. It's perfect for when I grab a hold of this. Now, this one, badass, good weight to it. I mean, just durable.
Yeah.
And I love the twist in it. And you know I love skulls.
Yeah.
But that is, for me, this is just funky to hold on to. This is for someone who's going to hold it like you, where they're literally going to put that in their palm and they're going to hold it like this.
And that's exactly how I hold mine. And you can look back to those episodes. I hold it almost like a pencil.
And I see Cigar Dagger, I mean, they steal my pictures on Instagram, which thank you, by the way. But I do see them posting other people's, and I'm always looking at it. There's guys in there, and gals, who have one that's like this. I want to say, if I had guessed real quick, I'd say that's about 3 inches. There's like nothing to it. But when they're literally holding it like this. Mm-hmm. That's how they're smoking. So
It's roach clip style.
in a way, yes. These daggers, and it'll be on the screen. You know where to go. Man, you got to look at them.
Yeah.
You got to look at them. You got to look at the dimensions. You got to look at what they're made out of and how they're made. And you got to think of things like that. Am I going to hold it like this? Am I going to hold it like this? Am I going to hold it? When you're going to buy these things, you got to keep that in mind. Because it can like really throw you off. And you have 2. And they're 2 completely different ones, aren't they?
They're 2 very different ones, very different sizes, very different shapes, and I hold them both differently. And I don't find any particular way to be more comfortable than the other. And I was just thinking, because this is the first time, like while I was catching that B-roll, that's the first time I've looked at the Twisted Metal one up close.
Really? We've had them sitting here for how
I
long? You've never looked at it?
I mean, I've looked at Johnny's, but just like in passing. I've never like just like held it and looked at it. That thing's fucking cool.
Dude, it is. If I bought one, I would literally buy it to put in my collection of stuff.
Yeah, I would.
I would not use it.
I would use it for
Yeah,
sure.
see, I would not use it, but boy, I'd have a hold of this thing. Like I'd put this on the shelf or put this, in my cabinet with cigar stuff that I have, just because it's just fucking badass.
So
I have the Plague Doctor version of the Twisted Metal.
Oh, that's right, you do.
I was just gonna say, like, comparing my Plague Doctor versus this one, the needle on this one is much shorter. I like that, and the twisted,
short.
Yeah, and the Twisted Metal one, like the actual tip of it,
It's
the
probably
poker
about
part,
you probably got about 3/4 of an inch.
Is even shorter. I
Yeah.
like the heavier on the side that you hold it with the shorter needle.
See, and that's a funny part too, because I actually had to get a hold of them back before. Oh shit, it's like 8 months ago now. But mine right here is also short. I don't think it's I think mine might be a little shorter than what you have on. What dagger is that? Do you remember what it's called?
I don't remember.
That
what
was
it's
your
called.
Secret Santa one.
It was. I don't remember what it's called. I got B-roll of it earlier, but it's the pink one with the cool little eyeball on it.
Well, I'll look that up while you're talking next. But I was okay. I didn't know you were only supposed to just poke it in there.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I had that thing on there, okay? And it went all the way down to this little rubber nub that's down here. All of a sudden, these bottom beads.
Got loose from the heat.
Yeah, they were moving, and I went to pull my cigar off, and it came. I'm like, oh shit, I broke it.
Yeah.
So I messaged him on Instagram, and they were cool as hell. Mentioned him on Instagram, and he's like, well, you're not supposed to put that all the way in. He goes, I see from your pictures that you have it all the way on there. He goes, you're.
That's my laptop, not my phone. I'm just saying, that was my laptop, not my phone.
$5 in the jar. Ooh-wee, shop's gonna get some money today, boy. 50 because you were late, 5 because your phone went off, 5 because your phone off. Anyway, he said you're only supposed to just put it in there. So now when I put this thing in my cigar, like let's say this is a cigar, I literally put it to where I can just feel it hitting the other side, and that's how far I go. So I've got, a good 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch at the bottom. You ain't got to worry about it with this. This one here, dude, this is one full tang piece of metal. Mm-hmm. You ain't hurting this one.
You could almost use it on like one of them 80 gauges I gave you.
Well, yeah, you could, them big ass things.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like as much as we described this when we were on the Home Shopping Network at like 2 in the morning when they're selling knives.
Yeah, I was just about to say, whoever wins this giveaway is going to feel real special.
Yeah, I really didn't mean to go into it that much.
Yeah.
No, but that's good. And you know what? I think that we should maybe even go a little bit in depth on the future ones that we give away as well, because I got to tell you, I have not seen a single cigar dagger that I didn't think was cool as hell. I think there's a lot to be said about all the different styles, and obviously they have a little bit of different things for different people, different styles.
They definitely have something for everyone.
Well, they have 7 pages. I'm currently on their site right now. They have 7 pages of 4 wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they've got 20 per page, it looks like. They've got 7 pages of it. I mean, they got something for everybody on here. I want to get back to this one. I fucking love this one.
It's very simple, but yet it's got enough.
It's got heft.
Yeah.
I am a huge fan of that. So kudos to whoever wins this one. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Did I hit them all? Any other ones? You know what to do to win that. Moving on. What are we moving on to? Your cigar. Because you got down pretty far there. You look like you're in your second third. What are you tasting?
That's typical, though.
What?
You talk a lot.
Somebody has to.
You got all the information.
You got a phone.
Even if we're not filming, we always finish before you because you never shut up.
I like to talk. I'm alone all day long, so.
The chocolate has calmed
Not
down.
allowed out of the house.
Ooh. No, in my cigar, the chocolate's calmed down a little bit. I'm getting the more of the mixed nuts and leather is coming through like a. I can't even put the nail on the fucking thumb on what
The
kind
nail
of-
on the thumb in the closet on the box is what we're going with, right?
Yeah.
Sad part is I knew what the fuck he was talking about. Why do I let you around me?
I don't know. Can't get rid of me now.
I apologize. I was too busy laughing. The camera was on him, not on you, and I regret it because that was fucking hysterical.
Well, that's okay. That's why we have a center cam. So it's okay. We'll put the center cam there because apparently I did some good shit. The leather that I remember in there is old leather. Okay, you know how you go into, I don't know if we had those stores around here, Shepler's. You remember Shepler's? From when we were out in Vegas? Okay, I don't think they have those here, but we'll call it a country western store or a store that has a lot of leather in it. Leather boots, leather bags. That's new leather.
Yeah.
I'm talking about an old pair of leather boots.
Yeah, it's like a wet leather.
Wet leather, yeah, old leather. My boots after being out in the snow today, nasty leather.
Like a pair of Doc Martens from 1995.
True that. That's the kind of leather I was getting out of that.
Yeah, it's definitely for a better term, like a vintage wet leather.
That's an elegant way of putting it. A vintage wet leather.
Yeah, it's good though. The chocolate is there. A good bit of mixed nuts.
Well,
is a good way to put it.
I don't know what Ernesto was doing when he blended that cigar, but he did a fantastic blend on that. And I know his daughter's pretty into the business.
Yeah.
I don't know if she is in on any of those blends. Really have to look that up, but like I know they all set up and they're doing. They do pictures. You know, they're smelling the tobacco leaves and they're perfect pose. I'm examining them hanging from the thing. But when he does it, he's really like digging deep. Okay, what can I pair that with?
Yeah.
Pine.
Okay, let's switch over to the one we're smoking.
Pine.
You
Very
got
strong
pine.
Like
Really? You
like
got
a pine cone.
Not pine nuts.
Not pine nuts. Like from a tree pine cone.
Like the way a pine cone smells. You're tasting that.
Yes.
That is not something I got out of there. That's interesting.
Worth noting that I am like right at the start of my final third.
Yeah, but I've smoked a shitload of these already. I've never got pine. So that's interesting. See? Never know. Different palates.
Yeah.
You get different flavors. But yeah, your old leather, wet leather.
Yeah.
I do like it. I love that cigar. And I do have the two different sizes of it. One of these days you're going to have to get the size that actually went number one, which was the was it the E3? Is that the one that went?
Actually, here. No, I already got it pulled up. I can tell you right now.
Really need to get this boy an iPad.
The
Oh yeah,
6 7/8 by 54.
that's the one.
Yep.
I just got a box of those. Those are the ones I wanted to begin with, but they didn't have any, so I got what I could get, which is the one you're smoking right now. Well, you said pine. I still can't get that out of my head. Pine cones.
I'm still tasting it. Pretty heavily. It's like if you chopped up a pine cone and put some black pepper in it.
That's crazy. I never got that out of there. I enjoyed this USA Montecristo better than the Cuban Montecristo #2 that I had with Mr. K.
Yeah.
And it's nuts because the Cubans you can't get. You can't get them in the U.S. They're still illegal. Way more flavor. The Montecristo #2, the one from Cuba, Montecristo #2, very single profile and not many notes you'll actually get out of it.
Just
and I'm an idiot and don't have my book that I've already said once before. Otherwise, I'd read to you what I actually got out of it. I mean, I still gave it a 92. It was a fantastic stick, but I can't remember what was in it.
Yeah, this is definitely, for me, a good bold.
We talked about
Yeah,
that
it's
earlier
heavy.
at the club today. I'm glad you actually pulled that one out.
Yeah, it's heavy, for sure.
Heavy, like Marty McFly, Back to the Future heavy? 1980s heavy? What are you saying when you're saying heavy?
It's
Or heavy in flavor?
heavy in flavor, for sure. It's definitely, It's packing a punch in a small
Dude,
package.
I love that. I love that cigar.
I love box press cigars.
I think we all do.
In
In this room, everybody is a fan of box press.
Yeah, it always puts a good touch on any cigar. Well, I think I'm getting to the point where I could use my dagger.
Well, I just took the banding off of mine, so that means it's dagger time. I mean, I could probably go a little longer, but why when I have a dagger? See, here's what I'm talking about, and camera can see as much as it can see. When I drive this thing in, I literally put.
You want me to?
Oh no, that's fine. I literally put this thing in here until I just feel that thing poking my finger. Apparently, that's all the farther you're supposed to put that in. Now, if it gets loose on me, and you know, because it gets loose, if it gets loose, then I put it on a little bit farther, and it kind of holds it in place better. But that's
So I used to have that issue a lot.
yeah. He would put his dagger in it, and it would go. Pfft.
Yeah, even if it was like super short like it is right now, it'd have that problem. It would be loose and it would turn. Ever since you pointed out, don't push it all the way down, I haven't had that issue. Not even a single time have I had that issue.
Nope. I've had it a couple times, and what I'll do is I'll just barely have that tip come through the wrapper, and I'm good. And if it really doesn't want to work, then I put it the whole way through. But I haven't had an issue.
I mean, we still got a whole third left of the cigar, and it's steady.
Yeah, but I feel classy when I have my dagger.
Okay.
So I like using my dagger. Oh, my bad. Now I'm classy.
That's just fancy talk. If you want to be fancy, hold your pinky up like this. The higher you hold it, the fancier you are.
How's that?
Higher.
Like that?
Now that's fancy.
Yeah. Anyway, cigar dagger giveaway. The horned, twisted metal. Like, comment, subscribe, share. You know the drill. I'm out of shit to say. You got anything else you want to add to this?
Nope. I'm just
Your
gonna-
flavor changed at all?
Nope.
Just bolder?
Yeah, it's just getting bolder.
Same here, bolder. I still don't have the pine cones that you're talking about, but just bolder. Good flavor. Do you have anything else you want to add to this mix? No. Shaking his head no. Okay, then thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, everything so you can get your dagger, and we will see you guys next time.